Hi, I'm Lynn with Blue Knight Rubber Stamps, and today I'm going to show you how to create an easy moon or sun with your silhouette stamps using PanPastels. We're going to be using the Grace and Peace stamp with the giraffe and the tall tree. And so I did one night with the moon and one the day with the sun, and it's the same technique, but you get totally different results. Move all of that. There we go. Again, you want to put your paper right in the corner and make sure that you don't hit your magnets with your stamps. Now we want to stamp very lightly this time, and for the light first stamping I like to use archival because it dries faster. And that's plenty because we just want to know exactly where we want to put our sun. And while we have this out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the other one. And make sure I miss my magnets. And that's good enough as well. So the first thing you want to decide is exactly where you want your moon or your sun to be. So if the bird were a little closer in, I would maybe I want the bird's wing to just dip into the sun a little bit. So first I'm going to color the whole thing. So for the day sky, I want to use my lightest color, and that's the turquoise. And I'm just going to lightly go over the whole sky. I'm going to add a little white because I want it to be a little lighter. So, and I said I wanted my bird to dip a little bit over the sun, and so this is kind of the really neat part about it is you can see exactly where your bird is and where you want your sun to be. So I put my eraser over here. Okay. So I'm just going to erase it out. I actually just punched a hole in one of my business cards, and that makes the perfect template for the sun or the moon. So this one is going to be my sun template since it's already yellow. Make sure you get all of that off of it. And erase a little bit more. My hands have blue on them. I'll try that one more time. Okay. So now I'm going to place my template right over that circle and get out my yellow PanPastels. And just load it up with yellow. And I do like to use the mini applicators for this. And it doesn't look like much right now, but as soon as I restamp, you're going to see. Again, it's a little bit of magic when you do that double stamping. Let me move everything out of the way. And now I also know exactly where my image is, so I know that my magnets aren't in the way either. Now this bird's a pretty good size, but still I want to put most of my pressure on the tree and the giraffe. I can do a little push on the bird because remember with the stamping platform we have extra time to ink it up. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get out this wonderful Versaclear. It just does a real good inking on the silhouette stamps. Looks like it needs one more time. And see there's a little white spot there. So I'm gonna take my ink pad and just kind of brush it off. So if there's any dirt or even an eyelash, you'll get a skip in your silhouette image. There you go. And I like how the bird's just dipping right instead of the sun, right in front of it. So now we're gonna set this aside for a second. And we're going to go for our darker sky, and really all we have to do is use darker color of blue. I like the phthalo blue, and again I'm just going to smear it all over. And we have a brand new color, and it is phthalo blue shade, so it will match the phthalo blue. It just has a little bit of black in it to make it extra dark, and I just want to make my edges a little darker. And that really kind of gives it the feeling of night. And then I'm going to blend it in with the other blue, the regular phthalo blue. So then I'm going to take another template just so that the yellow doesn't get involved in it. I want this one to kind of be behind the trees. And see how it's just so easy because you can see right through it. You know where the image is going to be. There's no guessing. And of course, the PanPastels are erasable, and it just makes very stress-free stamping, coloring. And now I'm gonna tap it off. And with this one, then I took a little bit of the shimmer white. It's actually called, let's see, it's called White Fine Pearl. And I'm gonna color that in here, and I'm gonna go over it a little bit to give a little ring around the moon. I don't know if you can see a little bit of the shimmer. And then all we have left to do, again, is to restamp. Now, especially with the cards that you use lots of PanPastel on, you do need to seal them. Color Fin, the makers of PanPastels, recommends that you use the Krylon for pastels and pencils. And sometimes I do, but usually I do use hairspray. It's not recommended because in time it will yellow, but I do feel as if I'm making a card, I don't really expect it to last 10 or 20 years. If it does, it might yellow a little, but that's okay with me. And I can spray the hairspray inside. That's why I like to use the hairspray. The Krylon you do want to spray outside. It's very chemically, very many chemicals. All right, now I'm going to concentrate on his rear end right there because he didn't turn out completely. There it is, perfect. And so you can see, get everything out of the way. Here's our day and our night in less than 5 minutes. Take a few more minutes and you can mat your skies and your card is complete. Those very fast, easy, and fun, and you can play around and put your sun and your moon in different places. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Happy stamping!